Hello everybody, HectiX here, and welcome back to Enthusia. Now in the last part, we managed to keep our rank 1, which is fantastic, as well as we got ourselves an R33. It isn't an R32 sadly, but it's just as good. So I think it's a rule of thumb now, if the actual skyline is in one of my racing games, I have to use it, or else I kind of go against my whole channel in a way. So rule of thumb, if the actual skyline is available, I have to use it at least once. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. So I've already preset the car up and whatnot, so all good there. We have a Baja race. Okay. Oh right, it's this track. That's right, because I mentioned this a couple parts ago. 1,000 points for this one, so yeah, let's do this one. Because I don't believe I've shown this track quite yet. So, also I do believe we're going to beat that Integra, so yeah, that DC2 is definitely going to get wrecked here. Should also be good points for the car. There we go. Now, this ain't no rally car, so that's going to be a bit of a drawback, but definitely still should be quicker than a front-wheel drive car in the sand, so there we go. Now the way this track works is it selects a few different pieces and it just swaps them out every time you race on this track, so yeah, that's the randomization that this track has. It's not much, but yeah, it does vary from time to time. So in a way, it's not it is randomly generated, yes, but from a very, very selective few pieces. So hard cornering through here. There we go. And then we get the really long straightaway portion. There we go. Now I do believe it is a right-hander up next. I think it's a hairpin, if I remember correctly. It has been a while since I've been here, so I'm gonna go early on the brakes here because I can afford to. There we go. Bring it down nice and smooth through here. There we go. Oop, going a bit wide. At least I don't have to worry about going off the track, considering if I do believe you actually bog the car down, and you can fail the race by doing that. So yeah, there we go. And the AI is going to smack me into the wall. Bump. Great braking by the AI, not going to lie. But there we go. That's that race done for a okay amount of points. Whether or not we get the DC2, I don't know. Yep, we got the DC2. Nice. Not something I'm going to be using anytime soon, but still nice to get the DC2. I'll take it. There we go. So there we go, tuning level up. Because now we can actually start tuning our cars again. So is it just weight? Yeah, just weight reduction this time. There we go, 1,050. Hopefully we don't lose any ranking. Nice, we didn't. So let's see. What are we getting this week? Ah, this track. Okay. Beast King Cup for 3 laps. For 1,100 points. Okay. Tamora. Okay, not bad. Cerbera. GC8. Another Alfa Romeo. 2 Alfa Romeos, actually. Well, they're going to be massively outclassed. Yeah, let's do this. Gives us the most points. It's not too long. At least there's no 3 laps around the Nordschleife again, because I'm not doing that. I'm not spending literally an entire episode doing one race. I think, again, that would be quite boring. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to try and not crash into things if I can help it. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting a power upgrade. It'll help with shifting the weight of this car. Because the R30, well, Skyline in general is usually always quite heavy, right? So I also probably could shorten the gear ratios just a little bit more. They might be too tall, to be honest with you. So I did already shorten them quite a bit, so probably need to shorten them that little bit extra. Oop. There we go. I was afraid I was going to skim the wall there. At least this thing is really, really stable. Like, this still has more grip and is way more stable than the Celica fully maxed out. And that's saying something because it was on level 3 tires. Just the traction is ridiculous in this car. But at least we finally have a very, very competitive car. So we should be good till the King of Kings race when that shows up. Because now we have definitely a competitive enough car. Just need to max out the tuning. Because yeah, we're doing quite well here, considering I have just a weight reduction. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. So I figured that Tamora would be a little bit more of a handful. Just a little bit. But at least now I know if we get paired up against a 4GT, I can give him a little bit of a run for his money. Just a little bit. So I don't think he's going to have it quite easy anymore. No 30-second lead like previous. There we go. At least I finally got that section properly. Now to do that 2 more times. So we definitely have more top end than the Celica. I'm going to shift into 4th here because I don't think 5th would be quite usable here. Oop. Didn't think I was that close on the inside. I also forgot that if you go on the lined area there, it counts as going off the track. Oh, so much for a clean race. Could have had that if I didn't do that. I haven't hit anything else. So there we go. Under the Dunlop tire. And now for the hairpin that reminds me of Grand Valley East from Gran Turismo. It's where just that whole setup there just screams Gran Turismo. Even having this turn into the tunnel makes me think of Gran Turismo. Because pretty much right after that you do the S-bends and then you have that really sharp left into the tunnel. But there we go. I think that's the Cerbera in 2nd. I don't know if that is the Tomorrow. Can't quite tell with the image. It's not high enough res for me to really be able to tell. I just know it's definitely a TVR. There's enough resolution to be able to tell that at least. Although I do believe that is the Cerbera. Which means that Tamora has probably had a bit of an issue. Now let's see if we can get this hill section properly this time as well, and not mess it up. I'd rather not mess it up if I can avoid it. There we go. Nice and easy. I can probably take that a little bit quicker. I would not be surprised. But again, I'd rather play it safe. Guess we have a heck of a lead, so do I have enough grunt for... Oh yeah, I do. Okay. I didn't know if I'd be able to get away with using 5th through that sweeper there, that banked corner. Oh god. Turn. That was a mistake. There we go, a little bit of wheel spin. That RB26 is just going for it. Just revving the heck out of this car. A little bit of a slide. And then it just straightens itself out. Now, if I do manage to get the R32, I will probably switch to that. Not to say the R33 is good enough, considering, well, it's actually quicker than the R32. It's the case of points. So, if I'm going to get more points using the R32, I probably will switch to that more than likely. Even though this is actually much quicker. But if I can keep my point standing in the top 6, that's all that really matters right now. Because I don't want to drop below 6. Whether or not using this has me do that, I don't know. Because I don't know if the odds are too great in my favor now using this, so yeah, we'll see after a couple of weeks how much my point standing drops off. I'm never going to get 4,000 points again. I don't even think I'm going to hit 2,000. So whether or not less than 2,000 points every week is going to be enough, that might be cutting it a bit close. There we go. At least we did that properly every single time. I'm good with that. And there we go. Cross the line. Now, even if I use the Celica, I think it would be close. I don't think I would have won nearly as quick, or by as much, but I think I still would have been okay with the Celica. But there we go. So now we'll get the weight reduction, or not weight reduction, the tires, and then hopefully we get actually an engine upgrade. But yeah, we got the Cerbera. Not bad, not bad. Another A-class car. 414 horsepower, and apparently it's slower than this. That's interesting. 222 points. Yeah, that's definitely a good upgrade. Level 2, or sorry, 32 in terms of driver. And there's our tire upgrade, fantastic. So more than likely our next race will get the engine upgrade. So we've maintained rank 1, good. So hopefully this week we have something with a really good amount of points. That would be really, really handy. 3.8. That is doable. What do we get for this one? Ooh, against an R34. But not even 1,000 points. Yeah, I guess we can do this one. It's a hill climb again. Now, hopefully, by doing this, I don't get shafted by the AI shoving me into the first corner, because that's how I lost the previous one. So, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm starting on the left. That is actually a good thing, because that means I'm not going to get bombarded into that corner. But can I keep up with an R34? That is the question. I really do get the feeling he might dive bomb me at some point, but hopefully it's not at a very bad point on the track. Heavy on the brakes. At least this is appropriate, considering doing a downhill in this would be interesting for the front tires and the front brakes. Just completely cook them. Just way too much weight over the front tires. R32 had that problem. I believe the R33 had that problem as well. R34 might, even though it is the heaviest one. I think it still did. I think that just might be a Skyline thing in general. Probably not the R30. I believe the R30 is really, really light. So I think that's obviously the exception to that rule. Okay. Now we can put the power down. Brake a little bit for this. There we go. I could probably have gone a little bit quicker through there, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing this properly. Because this track, either you win by a lot, or you get absolutely wrecked by the AI. It's one or the other. So I'd rather keep this going as well as I can. That's a bit out of shape. Pretty much keeping it in second the entire way up this hill. Okay, so we have a good margin to him. He was doing the first hairpin, and I was finishing up the second one, so relatively good gap so far. According to the top, I'm 100 and almost 150 yards ahead. I have no idea what that means. So, yeah. If that was in meters, that would be a lot easier for me to read. Then again, my American and British friends can educate me a bit for that, because I have no idea if that's a lot, if that's not. Considering metric is definitely still better than imperial, but yeah. Now I'm gonna get a bunch of hate comments from them just because I said that again. There we go. Beat the R34. I'm good with that. And we had a relatively clean run outside of the bump at the beginning. So there we go. Not even for 1,000 points. So I don't think we're going to be keeping our first place for very much longer. But if we get an R34, that would be great. Hey, we got it. Nice. I'll take it. I don't plan to use it because I would get even less points if I use it, so I think this is as high as I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm going to have an even faster car than this. So I think, yeah, this will pretty much be the last car that we use. So there we go, our first engine upgrade. So So 760 points. Probably lost ranking. Oh, it maintained. Okay. So there we go. Let's see. What do we got this week? 2.6 and it's a winter one. Yee. Which means like 500 points, yeah. Ooh, versus an R32. 4 laps around here. That just shows you the performance gap right there. I want to get that 32, not gonna lie. But I hate that track, I really do. CTR, do believe that's what I ended up using on my original playthrough of this game, and I finished with that. Now, we already did 2 laps, or 3 laps around here, so sorry to do this track again, but I do kind of want to maximize my points on tracks I know I'll be okay at. So we're definitely going to go down in ranking after this. It'll probably put us to like 4th, I wouldn't be surprised. But here we go. Thank you for the bump. Nope, there goes the yellow bird. Swing wide here, there we go. Pass everybody in one shot. I know they're not very quick through that banked corner. So there we go. Now let's see if we can fend off that CTR. That's going to be an interesting one because he will definitely have me on the straightaway. I know that car well enough, it's going to be stupid in a straight line. So what I'm banking on right now is everything else. I'm just banking on the fact that I'm quicker and more stable through through these corners comparatively. But if I do that, curse the commentator, I am not going to win this race. Okay, that was much smoother. Ooh, that's a little bit of understeer. I probably can tweak the settings a bit more. After all, when I go to change the gear ratios again, more than likely, I'm going to have to fiddle with the other settings as well. So right now I think it's probably understeering just a tad too much, but I think a little bit more oversteer might help, but not by much. So I don't want to lose too much traction if I can help it, because the traction right now is phenomenally good. Can really just punch it out of these corners. But again, whether or not that's enough to fend off the CTR Yellowbird, that's the question. Because right now we're holding our own. At least the music is quite fitting for from this track. After all, this track does have my favorite song in the game, so very, very fitting music for this race right now, because we are fighting a very, very difficult opponent. But if we can beat him here, yeah, I think we're good, because I'm not being caught up nearly as much as I thought through that straightaway. Think we're good. Except when I do crap like that. A little bit wide, and that messed up my braking point. Dang it. Yeah, I really gotta learn about Curse the Commentator that a little bit more. So now I really have to push it. Because if I don't, I do think he might catch me. Now let's not mess up this section again. Oh wow, he's still 3 seconds behind me. I'm surprised. I could have swore he would have caught up a little bit more than that. Okay, nice and smooth. Keep it off the wall. There we go. I actually thought I was going to tap it there. I'm glad I didn't. Oh yeah, he caught up a little bit. I just lost 0.3 of a second. Come on, nice and easy through here. Ooh, really wide there. That's not going to be good. I'm glad he wasn't closer, because he definitely would have had more than enough space to just gun it right through and pass me. Ooh, that curb, that really doesn't help. Yeah, I tapped the curb a little bit wrong, and the back end just went. Okay, we should be fine. Should be all good for the rest of this. Oop, a little bit floaty through there. Nice and easy. Sacrifice a little bit of my lead just so I do that properly. There we go. Okay. Good race. Few terrible corners by me, but surprisingly nothing detrimental. I'm quite glad at that. Good run. Very good run. Now this is going to be crap in terms of points, but yeah, hopefully we stay in the top 6. Now getting that CTR would be pretty freaking good. Nope, we got the Evo. I'm good with that. So another Evo to add to the collection. I think that's our second one, I do believe. I don't think we have 3. I know we have 1. Can't remember if we have 2. But there we go. That's done. So we'll get our Enthusia points back to maximum. And there's another weight reduction. Awesome. Putting that car on a diet. So there we go. Let's see, how many do we lose? Oh, we actually maintained. That's impressive. I actually could have swore we would have lost points for that. Or lost ranking for that. So we still have enough time for one more race. Let's see what it is. It's, again, around the winter track. No thank you. Or we could do 10 minutes around here. Okay. So we're the fastest car on the grid. 380 points for this one. What about this one? 520, so yeah, the point standing is not good. So we'll do this one. Hopefully we manage to get the R32 so I can swap to it, because I kind of think using this R33 is going to be the end of my my point and my rankings. So yeah, we got a singular lap around here. Now I'm going to take it easier because I know I'm going to outgun them or outpower them down the straightaway. And if I can keep as many of my points as I can, I'd be quite happy. So there we go. Squeeze on by here. All the power in the world. There we go. Bye-bye SW20, and bye-bye, I think that's a Subaru? Yeah, I do believe that's a Subaru. Well, we definitely have the top end now, compared to the Celica, with 146, I do believe it had. So, yeah, there we go, almost 180. I do know this thing can be a lot quicker, and I'm going really early on the brakes. Also, this one lap is going to be quite chill, because this track has a very, very relaxing song. So feel free to just put your feet up and relax. It's going to be a long 10 minutes, but at least the music is quite relaxing. That is, it should be a relaxing race, and that depends on whether or not I do something stupid. Hopefully I don't. Also, if you're hearing my brother in the background, I do apologize. I do tell them I'm recording, and they know, because I have a sign on my door. So hopefully they're not picking up on the mic, but I wouldn't be too surprised. So, yeah, sorry if it does. Again, this is why I typically try to record when nobody's home, but yeah, it's that time of the night now where everybody's coming home from work. So, yeah. There we go. So we haven't thankfully gone off the track just yet. Usually it happens at some point during the 10 minutes, so because I'm just not used to this track in reverse, considering typically you never do this. Yeah, actually I think this is the only game that has you do this track in reverse, outside of maybe like Assetto Corsa, but I do believe most other games have you do the normal layout. You don't do this backwards. So I'm obviously more familiar with going the appropriate direction. Oh, there's my first mistake. There it is. Thought I was at a different point on the track. That's a shame. Could have had a clean race, but nope. Not this time. Now it's time for the carousel. At least it's not as aggressive in this game as it is in Gran Turismo 4. Gran Turismo 4, that carousel is very, very aggressive. It's really hard to control the car through there. Especially, excuse me. Especially if you don't have traction control. Actually, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to take a quick drink. Yeah, because my throat is just dying on me. I'm just basically doing a giant bulk recording, so I'm not too surprised after what? I think this will be the 5th episode I'm recording in a row. So, yeah. I'm not surprised my throat is starting to die on me a bit. But then again, typically I don't record 5 episodes in a row, so my throat isn't exactly conditioned for this. But yeah, we've pulled a decent gap. It's not as large as it probably could be, but I don't mind. As long as we win the race and get all the points that we get, I'm good with that. Even though we don't get that many. So we're probably going to lose a ranking after this. Oh god, I'm way late. Yeah. I forgot that's a hill section. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Now, the section that's going to be the most fun, and I'm being sarcastic here, is actually coming up pretty soon. It's after that that weird chicane at the top of the hill. For those that know the normal track, I do believe you'll understand what I'm referring to. Going down and then coming back up can be a pain in the butt, because going the normal way you have to turn right at the top of the hill, and bear in mind you're doing a stupid speed when you do. That is Yeah, that is not a fun section to do. However, hopefully it's not going to be as bad going this direction, because we end up at the hairpin afterwards instead, and there's plenty of time to brake, and yeah, it's not really freaking the hell out of your brain going, good god, I'm going to smack into the wall at this speed. So yeah, this section. This chicane isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. It's this corner when you come up the top of the hill that ends up just being terrible. But then again, I don't think the hill, the hill's not as aggressive in this as it is in Gran Turismo 4. Gran Turismo 4, that hill is very steep. There we go. Do this hairpin. And then around the power for a good distance. Well, at least we have a very chill ending to the episode, with this music and whatnot. So, definitely a little bit of a change of pace. I'm gonna brake for this, because I do believe I can't, can't do that flat out. Over the bridge. There we go. And just take it nice and easy through here. I say that as I get sideways like a fool, but it's all good. Oh god. Okay, that's a great way to end the race. I thought I had a little bit more turning than I did. Okay. Had to get one more off-track moment before the end of the race, clearly. But there should also be decent points for the car in terms of tuning, so yeah, all good. Even though we did have a few off moments. At least it's not as bad as me hitting a car, so there we go. And across the line. 8.5 minutes. Yeah, I'm very glad we didn't do that 3-lap race around there. That would have been stupidly long. But there we go. And this is almost already a 40-minute episode. Looking at my timer right now. Yeah. Glad it was only 1 lap. Let's see. What are we getting? Oh, we got the Forester. Okay. Not bad. Wow, D-Class? This late into the game. Well, I can't really say anything because I was using a Astro van, so... But I didn't think the AI would still be using a D-Class car. Oh, really? Only 151 points. I'm surprised. But there we go. There's a tire upgrade. And a very minuscule amount of points. Somehow we maintained. I'm thoroughly surprised. But there we go. That's definitely going to wrap it up for this episode. We've been going for quite a good while. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.